Yes! Oh, wicked! Cool! Rocking! Yes! Oh, nice! Right, yes! Quality! Right, finally, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been like over a week, and I apologise for that. I think the difficult thing that I'm struggling with right now. Okay, good. The mic is on. I had this brief moment that introduction was wasted. It was going to be muted, but it wasn't. Um, right, yeah. So the thing that I've been struggling is I was trying to work out where am I actually going next with the project, because I don't want to, it's like I want to make sure that I'm streaming all of the actual important. Oh yeah, actually, we're going to change the topic of the day to something different. We're going to have talking point to be best feel good moments in computer games and film. Is that going to be too good? Is that going to like protrude over? Nah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll live with that. But yeah, so why have I actually been a little while? It's mainly because I have been doing a little bit of play testing of the game, and there's a few things that just clearly need to be fixed. And when I say fixed, I mean as in like they're like little tweaks that I need to make. And I thought, I was going to just do it all offline, but I thought, no, I'd probably better show exactly what I'm going to do. So number one, I want to add a whole new mechanic, right? Don't worry, I know you're thinking, don't add more stuff. No, this is going to be like something that's quite simple and shouldn't, like in theory, shouldn't be too difficult to do. So I will give you a sort of example as to, let's have a look. If we go into resources, monster SOs, now is it Snaky? Yeah. So Snaky, what he does, he has got. Let me have a quick look at this. So his main two attacks are his basic attack and rage, and he's got a 50% chance of doing either. Now, as much as that sounds kind of fair enough, it's not fair enough at all, because the rage is far, far too strong. Like, it means that he gets an extra 20 attack, because his monster magic is 20, so it just means that he'll either do... So if he does that, it means he's doing 40 damage every time he's doing an attack. So it can get completely ridiculous. Like, I think I was just doing a little play testing, and his first move was Rage, and then he just continued to do basic attacks throughout the rest. And I was thinking, well, I can't survive. This is one of the first enemies that you're fighting, or it can be the first enemy that you're fighting, and it's completely ridiculous. So obviously balancing is quite important. But what I was thinking of a new mechanic that I was going to put in would be, and let's go into this monster SO, and what we can have, I think, if I go somewhere like here at the bottom, we're going to have a public list of monster action types that we'll call something like first, initial monster actions, and then we'll have another same again, which I want to have a quick look. Yep. So it's going to be monster range type. Monster ranged action, initial monster ranged actions. So literally I've just put this in now, but the idea being that there's going to be some monsters that are going to have a set move that they're going to do before they do anything else. So what I would kind of want, I mean, I will fit this into kind of a lot of things, but I kind of want to change the design of this snaky thing. I want to make it so that his first move is always going to be something, right? It's going to be, I can't remember what I've called it exactly, but it's called something like Rage Drone, right? Which is something that basically gives him 5 attack every turn. So he does, his first move is that, and then he's going to be getting 5 attack every turn. So it's like the attack is like, oh, thinking, oh no, he probably better kill him as soon as I can, or otherwise I'm going to. I'm going to kind of like, there's that. It's a little bit more. It's more of a sort of gradual sense of urgency instead of he does rage once and then you're pretty much dead in 2 turns. This is but for me to be able to do that, we need this list here, and I'm trying to work out a kind of good way to fit this in. That's what I'm looking to do today. And another big thing that I want to do is the actual original starting cards that you get. I kind of just want to improve them a bit because they're a little bit, yeah. I mean, they're meant to be bad because they're the starting cards, but I think compared to the other cards that you can get, they're like really, really bad. And obviously, part of it, I had to just do a bit of play testing to realise, oh yeah, I could do with just buffing them. So they're the 2 sort of big things that I want to do. So I think we make a start with the easy ones. So we're going to buff our starting cards just so they're not completely terrible, not so they're not like completely like so bad, because even when they're fully upgraded, they're still bad. So right, how do we do that? So I think the easiest way is if we go into scenes and go into main game. I'm going to go into Games Master, and I think there's like a card action script. That's it, this bad boy. Let's go edit this. Let's go. I've got some other things open, but let's close all but this. So we're in the card action script, and there's another little thing that I kind of want to do as well. So all of these times here where we've got 1, right? I've kind of learnt a little bit sort of later into the sort of coding journey that you want to avoid just putting a simple number there, right? What we kind of want to do is get hold of the number that's actually within our card. Sorry, it's right. I need to tidy this up as well. Oh my gosh. So this card SO, we kind of want to get hold of the actual number that's relevant. So where it's saying summoning attackers here, 5, 7 and 8, 5, 7 and 10, we kind of want to actually go into this card SO and get hold of the correct number. And I think that will save us so much time and effort, because this doesn't need to be a switch statement anymore. We could just say get hold of the number that's inside, and then it kind of fixes itself out. Right, so that, I think that will take me, we're currently 15:22 on the clock, right? I'm going to time myself to see if I can get that applied to all of the cards within, right, okay, I'm going to say 37 minutes, because that takes us clean to 4 o'clock, right? It might take me significantly longer or shorter, I genuinely don't know. But I think it'll be a fun challenge. Right, so 37 minutes, here we go. Right, so we want to change that 5 to, and it's something like, in fact, we can go into here, go to definition. It's going to be one of these variables, but I don't know which one. Let's go find out. And obviously, like, playtesting is going to be a little bit of fun as well. So let's go. I forgot what card it was. Army Recruit, isn't it? It's right at the top. Army Recruit. So first of all, so it'll be key int number 0. That's it. That's fine. And so what we kind of want to do as well is I want to buff it. I want to make it a good chunk better, but I don't know exactly the correct numbers. So I'm going to hazard a bit of a guess. I'm going to say instead of 5 attackers, it's going to be. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm going to put in numbers. It might not pay off. Let's say 8. 8. So, and then the leveled up is going to be 14. 14. and this I think 20. Does that work? So it's 8 plus 6, then plus 6. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. It will mean I'll have to do quite a lot of balancing throughout. This is why this is quite a tricky one to do. So now that we've changed that, we can go into the wrong thing. Let's keep this in our tab though. We probably want access to that. So here, right? If I go like this, move this down here, and then like we'll green it out, but we probably want to delete it later, right? We're just going to have summon card so dot keyInt 0. Right, I think that pretty much covers everything. That's all we need. So I think the best way for us to actually check this out is literally just give it a try straight away. So let's go play a game with this with the army recruit in, and see if it actually works. Right, let's go. And once we've done that, like, even though it didn't take me that long to do that, all the others should be a bit quicker as well. So first of all, I think game info, we need to just, this was a deck that we were using to test a few things, but let me just put a few army recruits, army recruit there. Let's go 2 of each level. Yeah, this still might put up an error message. I don't think it will, but I would rather give it a test, see how it all comes across, because we want to check that it comes right on the card and it plays correctly as well. Oh yeah, of course, I've got all of these as well. Right, so this is the level 2. We know that it's level 2 there, and it's saying summon 14 attackers. Let's go play it. We've got 14 attackers. You know, this is the original level 1 version. It's playing 8, which all the maths is doing well. Let's go play an Inspiring Pop for fun. Yeah, here we go. That's the level 3. Level 3. Cool. I think that's good. Yeah, everything's fine. Right, so that has worked. Right, I think we just systematically work our way down. There might have been a reason as to why I've had it this way. But let's go. I'm even going to go as far as just deleting this. Okay. Guard recruit. Again, we can do almost exactly the same thing. We just want to move this bad boy down. And we're going to have card so dot key int 0, and then we can just get rid of all this. I mean, it's quite nice actually thinning this, because this whole script is like we're looking at 900 lines of code, and like this is an ugly script. It's an ugly script because we shouldn't be using the most enormous switch statement. And I've got ideas for how to fix it, but I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it at the moment. Like, the way which I would fix it would be like having loads of mini scripts for each one of these cards, and like, so instead of it having to switch through all of them, it would just say simply like use the so if we have here, this is just like the way which I will eventually deal with it, but maybe somewhere at the top here we would have a public, and then like a sort of generic, like I can't really call it card action script because we've got that, but maybe yeah, like individual, it'd be called like individual card action scripts or something, and we would attach each one. So when we got to this bit, instead of actually switching the card name and doing the action there, we would simply say card so dot do the action from this script that we're going to make. That's what I'm planning to do. That I haven't worked out. It might take a while. So But like, I think I might have a good sort of session at some point, maybe even today, to do that. But that way it would make loads of little tiny scripts, which I think I'm kind of fine with. I think that would be all right. We just need a place to hold all of these scripts. Right, but yes. Anyway, okay. So guard. So all we need to do is just change the physical numbers of the guard. I think we keep them the same. I think the numbers that we upgraded, guard recruit. I think we have the same proportional numbers, maybe. I know you could argue. I think Slay the Spire, the actual attacks. Like, I think the generic slash does like 6 damage, whereas the block does 5 blocks for 5. But I'm not going to worry too much. 14, 14, 20, 20. Okay. Right. So we'll test those a bit later. But, right, sustained attack. What does this do? So I'm going to kind of work my way through. Oh, yeah. Again, this should be easy. We just want to find where sustained attack is, find out what the key int is. Yeah, this, I don't know why this is as wordy. I can chunk so many lines of code here. So we just want to make sure we know what the key int is. So let's have a look. Sustained attack. So it says draw a card. I think this should be okay. Like, in theory, I should actually have, instead of draw a card, it should be drawing 1 card, but I think we can get away with this. So what we need to do is just grab this bad boy, move this over here, get rid of this. Now, I do need to emphasize this as well. I have backed up all of this code, so if anything suddenly kind of goes wrong, I might have lost like a little bit of time, you know, trying something out, but I would obviously heavily recommend everyone to back up whenever you're not sure. So card so dot key int 0. So we're just converting that and drawing a card, and it is always 1 card. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, like, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to draw a card. I want to do something quite clever, but no, I won't. It is just draw 1 card. It's, yeah. And maybe we could actually make it a little bit better as well. I think we actually upgrade it as well. So, sustained attack. I don't think it needs to, it's still quite a good card, so I don't want to upgrade it too much, but maybe 6, 10 and 14, I think. Or 6, 9 and 14. No. 6. And 15. Just want to check I've actually got all the numbers right. 6, 10. 6. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. And yeah, that's absolutely fine. So metal wall. I think metal wall is actually kind of good. We don't need to balance that too much. But we still want to change this. So I'm still checking every time that it is key int number 1. It should always be, but I want to just check. So metal wall, key int, yep, key int number 0, sorry, yeah. And I'm quite happy with, like, I've always, when playing, I'm always quite happy to see this card, so I think this doesn't actually need any buffing. So that'll be card so dot key int 0. and then we can get rid of all this. Right. Oh yeah, Ranger Recruit. It made sense at the time, but we need to make these numbers better. I think it should be maybe something as simple as 2, 4, and 6. Oh, okay, 2fan. How's it going? Ah, oh, cool. Yeah. Ah, oh, rock and roll. Oh. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Like how now that you've settled in, how is everything going and stuff? Yeah. Oh. Oh, nice. Oh, is that the space? The space shooter one. That looks really cool. Yeah, I always like that sort of that retro. Oh, totally. Oh, yes, nice. Oh, quality. I did like that sort of proper sort of retro-y sort of space, like sort of kind of Space Invaders like feel to it. It looks really good. And is that is that still Unity? Oh yes, of course. Yeah, interface. I always dread using UI, which is why I don't. Yeah, any user interface I just try to avoid. You know. Yeah. Right, Ranger Recruit. I think we just upgrade this to 2, 4, and 7. Oh, also, the Ranger Recruit is going to be a permanent, like, it's going to be one of the cards that starts in your deck. Okay, so that looks good. Ah, didn't mean to press that. Yeah, I pressed Control Shift S. Yeah. Like, I think so the main reason that I didn't bother with like UI, like using the UI, because I understand it probably is quite good, is there's just so many times where you're thinking, because I like to make mobile games, the variety of screen sizes, it can be like this size or this size. Like, actually, that's a terrible example, but like, okay, so we were on free aspect. But like, given that even if you're making a portrait-sized game, they can all be of different sizes and aspects, and like trying to make the UI deal with that, I could never seem to get it to like work consistently. You know, I spent hours trying to think, oh, I've got everything perfect, and then I'll play it on, like, for example, my iPhone. I got an iPhone 10, right? And the screen is so thin that there's text that kind of like fades through, and you're like, no, I wanted that to remain in that corner, or bits where they collide with each other. And it was just like, I was thinking I just couldn't, you know. Whereas now I'm just making my own UI that I'm calling front, which is just a layer, which means that it's in front of everything. I found it easier, but I'm sure it will cause problems in the future. What did we have? I think that was the one. Right. Anyway, where are we up to? So we've updated here. We want to take this one down here, and it'll just be nice to actually just thin this. Get rid of all this, yeah. And that will be. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think you're probably right. I mean, like, to be fair, the whole concept of scrolling, I think I hadn't got through the first bit of like just dealing with buttons, so I was like, I don't think I even got as far as needing to scroll stuff. I have made. I think there is a game that I've made where there is a sort of scrolling function in it, but again, I made it like it was more like I'm just going to program it. I'm just going to make my own version of scrolling. So anyway, this will be cardso.keyint0. In fact, let me go copy that. I feel I might be using that quite a lot. Angry Chuck. So here, I think we can actually still utilise this properly. We just need to work out where that 2 is. So let's go on to Angry Chuck. Oh yes, of course, yeah. Angry Chuck. Oh. Okay, so that's interesting. Let me... So what I've actually got here, this is actually, should be easily fixable. And so I think this is fine. If I go like this, so it's actually into two different bits. The key int and key int type, we still need to worry about that, but that's just going to be miscellaneous. This key int here is going to be 2. And yeah, like that. And like that. So yeah, this card doesn't need balancing. I'm not changing anything. I'm just changing slightly how it works. But now that we've got that 2, that'll make life a bit easier for us. So now I just need to do the same for all the others. Yeah, I think it's easier if I just, yeah. So, add one of these, add one of these, add one of these. And this is one which I will test, I think. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, but none of them seem to handle scrolling any better. Yeah. Is it? Are you actually like trying to scroll with your mouse wheel as well? Because actually, when I was trying to get that, when I was trying to deal with scrolling with my mouse wheel, I found that was giving me a bit of grief as well. That's okay. I think that's fine. MISC 4. Yeah, the reason I'm not making too much of an explanation about this is because, one, it's not really the best, my best sort of coding, and it's like, it's something that I did like probably like several months ago, and I remember how it all works, but yeah, it just involves like essentially using this card, this bit of text, followed by whatever integer you have, then followed by another bit of text, and this bit here is just if you're reading, yeah, if you're reading the text from anything that isn't in game, like from a card. So I think that should be okay. Let's go back into here. So now we go move this down here. Once we've done this, I'm actually going to just put this in green for safety's sake, because this it might not work. So we want to just check that Angry Chuck does work. So let's put a couple of Angry Chucks of each level. Oh, that 2 needs to change. That needs to be card SO. Oh yeah, of course. Hold on. Nope. Yeah. Ignore that. Card SO dot keyint 0. Control S. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's fair enough. So yeah, been using a lot of event handles recently. Coming back to my game, I don't need to use events. Need to do a. Oh, that's right. So I was watching a different streamer a little while ago who dealt with event handlers. And it really confused me. Right now, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but I've always known. Let me actually put a comment here. I've always known plus equal to be like, if say you've got an integer plus equal 5, that means you're still, this integer is just adding 5 to it. But you can plus equal like functions to something. And I was like, no, that confuses me. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't logically make any sense. I couldn't really grasp what was happening. And yeah, that just kind of like, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, and I'm sure it probably, maybe I have just created it to be too complicated in my head, but I just couldn't, like, it's something which I'd have to kind of sit down and properly study for a while, because if you're plus equaling a function, and when I say that, it's not as though you're plus equaling like a function that returns a value, but you're just actually just literally physically adding a function to something. I was just like, no, this is this is going way over my head. I was like, does that mean you can add multiple functions, and does it do all of them? Does it do the functions in the order that you add them? I mean, that could be yes, I don't know. But yeah, that's something which I should, if I was, I should definitely look into at some point. Event to listen for, event. Oh, okay. I think I see what you're saying. So, was my actual original idea that you are literally adding? So when you've got the event to listen for, and you've added so to evoke, then runs any function. Oh, so you can actually add multiple functions in one like big globule of functions in one go. Okay, that's actually and like, does it do it in the order that you've added it? So if you have like, we're going to have say function 1, function 3, and function 5, will it actually do function 1, then 3, then 5? Because yeah, that's okay. All right, that's actually okay. That's actually a lot more interesting. That's suddenly something which I might be able to wrap my head around. Yeah, I think like because it might be the other way. I'm not. Yeah, in my head, like it would sort of compile a almost list of functions and then just go through them from top to bottom. But yeah, okay, yeah. Right. Oh yeah, we're going to add. So we've got Angry Chuck. We just want to check that it actually works. So I think I've made all the alterations. Yeah, this should be fine. We just want to put it in our deck now. So Angry Chuck, and I want to cast each one of them and check that they're doing the thing that they should be. Oh yes, yeah. I think that is actually a much more sensible like suggestion. I think whenever I need any number updated, I normally have a function that essentially tells it to update. Right. Anyway, so this at the moment I'm doing an Angry Chuck. I'm casting it. Okay. So now this should be doing 24, and it is. Everything's working. Misfits Kenny gives me 1 armored attacker, and I think we get one of those. Oh, and we actually get more because yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. Right. It looks like it's working fine. Oh, Code Rad! Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, wicked. Yeah. It's going really well actually. Yeah. How's everything rocking with you? Oh, nice. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I know. I was in your stream a little while ago. Yeah. Oh, it's looking really cool. How's your game going? Right, let's have a key rebinding in Unity. Yes. Oh, actually, I can confirm that is an absolute pain. That is like I genuinely like. It's not in this game, but I think it was when I was trying to get a control pad to work, and it felt like it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, all I remember is it was an absolute pain. It's been a while since I've had to do it, but I can concur. It really is a lot of pain. Oh yeah, of course. So we just want to check that this works as well. So whatever we're summoning should be summoning 7 more. So that 14, it should be 51. No, 55 after I've done this. 55. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Okay. Cool. So we're just working our way through. I'm going to be honest. I had the initial plan of seeing if I could fix all of this in the space of 37 minutes, and at the moment I have 11 minutes left, and we still have quite a lot left to do. Right, so In this circumstance, I think we can cull this. We can do that. I do apologise. There's a car alarm going on in the background. It looks like it sounds like it stopped. I don't think we can do much more to Glyzerka because that doesn't use the words 2 or 3. It uses double and triple. Keep it hidden so no one knows about it. Oh yeah, and one thing which I kind of want to look at as well is Glyzerka is an absolutely fantastic card. It's too good. At the moment, it's too good. I need to work out a way of nerfing it. I think I might change it so that it means that you cast it, and instead of it just doubling the attackers, it means you cast it, and next turn, the amount of... like whenever you're summoning any attackers, it doubles. So it's still good, and yeah, and if you do that, it triples. Just purely because at the moment it's like that's how I was able to just win quite easily. So but that doesn't need any changing. I think I'm fine with that being right. Cheap conscript. This one should be very easy to do. Let me get this sorted. Oh yeah, right. Cheap conscript. It looks like I've actually done all the groundwork for this. 2 and 3. Yeah, all this is fine. So now, all I need to do is bring this all down here. Get rid of this. Shift tab. Nope. Wrong thing. Cardso dot key int 0. That's fine. And that we can just change that to 1. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, code. Are you working on Rogue Blight? I think that's that game looks awesome. It looks absolutely awesome. Yeah. I love the. Yeah, I just want to check that. I'm trying to remember it. Because is that the one? Yeah, sort of 2D sort of hack. Yeah, I've genuinely, when you actually just think I look at I think you might have a bit more. You might have a bit more sort of not only have you got a better sort of coding knowledge, but I think you've got a bit better background when it comes to coding. Because to me, I kind of make things on the fly. Whereas I look at that, I think, wow, oh my gosh. I think I was watching you when you were doing the eye. In the eye in the word blight where the little flame was flickering, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, you really do properly put effort into every little bit. It's just I think absolutely amazing. Right, armoured enforcers. We might give this a little buff as well. Let me. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Right. I think, so first of all, we can just put cardso.key in, but we'll have a little play. Armoured protectors, yeah. So we may as well do the attackers and the defenders at the same time. Oh yeah, actually shaders is a whole thing I've got to look into. Unity's... Oh yeah. I mean, because I think, to be honest, there's, it took me a long time to realise, to try and fully understand the difference between, what a sprite is and a material. So it's kind of when somebody explained, what is it, shaders, and another word which is called mip map. Again, I know it's to do with sort of things moving up and down. But I was like, if I just make entirely 2D games that never need to worry about it, then yeah. But I'm genuinely intrigued with shaders. Right, let me go. I think we need to just up it just a little bit. No, maybe that's fine. No, maybe these cards are actually okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. 4. Yeah, I think these are fine. They're not too good at the moment. They're actually quite reasonable. So I think this all fits itself out. So there's an ongoing joke, right? Whenever I'm playing any computer games with someone and they ask me a question, have you got your auto default set to something? And my response will normally be, uh-huh. Unfortunately, I don't know. I'm unaware the universal render pipeline. I'm not really sure what that means, to be honest. I've kind of like I haven't changed anything, so I think that's fine. Yeah. So this actually kind of looks okay. I think I don't need to change this one. Transferring it, yeah. Yeah, I remember how I dealt with this, yeah. I mean, I vaguely remember that. It's been a while. I know I picked. Oh, now that's interesting. I mean, I just remember when it says starting a project, you want to make it 3D or 2D, and it sets a few things up for 2D like games. But like, I think I'm running on maybe 2021 Unity. I've got to remember actually. Yeah, that version. But yes, I'm not 100% sure if I'm honest. We can clear that though. I would make a terrible politician. Be the worst politician ever. Right. Yeah, I think we've just got to leave that. That's fine. Grand gesture. So here we can actually still make this a lot cleaner. And I kind of want to make it better. So Grand Gesture, it's 2 mana, and it summons 2 attackers and 2 defenders. But if it's the last mana you spend, then it makes them armoured. But I think we can just do with upgrading these numbers altogether, or making it only 1 mana. Yeah. Let me see what I can do. Yes, yeah. I was hoping. I spent about half a day thinking. I wonder if there's a way of me upgrading for free. And not only have I after a good long struggled to find a way of upgrading it for free. I've struggled to even find a way of paying to upgrade it to like Windows 10 or Windows 11 or something. It really has not been made clear at all. I think we can get rid of that and that. So it does look a little bit like I'm just making random cuts, but I think this is right. Shift tab. Right, condition there. Yeah, okay. So we just need to put this as key in 1 and key in 2, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely should do that. I think like I'll do that on a fresh like file, just to see sort of like at the moment what I quite like is the fact that there is no lighting in it at all, so there's no reflection. So it does, it has that slight sort of retro feel. to it. I mean, I like to, yeah, as I say, I hide behind the blanket of being like, well, it's retro, so it's okay. Right, anyway, let's go find this grand gesture and change some of these numbers. So, because it's 2 mana, maybe it should be... I think maybe 5 and 5. That would be level 1. Level 2 could be... 7, 7. It might still not be quite good enough, but... Yeah, I just want reasons, because when I was playing as well, I noticed I gravitated towards some cards because I just know they're much better, and I was thinking, that isn't how card games should work. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I might need to do something like that at some point, like... right, but yeah, like I say, I was just hoping, because I mean, apparently it was even free. It was like it said you could just upgrade to Windows 10 for free, and I was like, nah, I'm not playing that game, Buster. And now I'm slightly regretting it. I think that's fine. Yeah, so we're just getting hold of the... So that's the number of attackers, that's the number of defenders, yeah. Right, okay. Let's go. Right. Delete this. What's this card even do? Planning ahead. Let me have a look. I probably had a really, really good plan when I was making this card. See, now I'm a big fan of the Soulsborne games, and like, I don't get me wrong, this is terrible, but every single time I play, I think, like, bear in mind, I've spent a lot of hours. This is Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Elden Ring. I've always got this idea of a build. I want to have a big heavy shield, wear really heavy armour, and a big sword of some description. Right, and I know you're thinking, well, you know, why don't you just try and change up a bit? No, same build every single time. I think I mean, I have done other builds before, but I'm just like, this is my favourite one. This is just, you know, I just love it. And then suddenly Bloodborne came along, and you can't do that anymore. It's like, oh no, oh no! I actually, and I love Bloodborne. I think it's great. Actually, that's a good point. Actually, when how long will it be till I can sort of have a little play of Roguelite? Because yeah, it genuinely does look a lot of fun. I just love, I love the art style. Right, I was doing stuff, planning ahead. Sorry, I'm miles away. So I think we can just make this number slightly better. So I think maybe we make it up to 5. Did I actually... Yeah, I just want to check that I have... let me change this one first. 5, 7, and... No. 5, 8, 12. Yeah. The focus I also want to make on this game is when you're upgrading a level 2 card to a level 3, the upgrade's better than when it was going from 1 to 2. That's why, so it's like you have 5 attackers, then 8, and then 12, which is like slightly better. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yes, okay, February sounds good actually. I'm glad, that sounds like a realistic thing. So, like, this game at the moment, the important thing, I want to make sure this game is fun, and it's going pretty well. But at the moment, I can't really give an exact date, just purely because I need to do some balancing, and I need to fix a few things, because when I was designing all the enemies, it was very much like, let's just kind of come up with an idea on the fly, but I haven't put that much sort of design into it. They're just kind of doing random attacks that feel like it's a good idea, but I can't really judge at the moment. Right, so planning ahead, that's good. We can just go like this. Add extra cards this turn. Yeah, and that should be... I think that's fine. Okay. Right. So, yeah. So this one means that we're drawing an extra card next turn, and this means we summon those attackers, which is great. Okay. Right. I suppose we are actually... I think we're getting through this quite nicely. Oh yeah, no, KO2 fan, you've been here like from really properly early on. Like, I know this probably, like, I know I might have said this before, but KO2 fan, seriously, you've helped me so much. I genuinely can't emphasise this. Like, kind of, you've properly, like, I can't emphasise it enough how much, like, how much you've actually like supported and helped me throughout my whole like journey when it comes to developing games and stuff, like actually doing a stream of it, yeah, I know, I mean, like, yeah, you've been here like from, it might have been episode 1, but yeah, so thanks, man. Right, okay, let's go. Right, let's rock. So, window of opportunity. I think this is quite nice because we can kind of balance some cards at the same time. I think window of opportunity is pretty good. Oh, now that's weird. For some reason, Window of Opportunity has got the same text as Sinister Deal, or Sinister Sacrifice, I think. Actually, what does it do? Oh no, it's got the same text as Kickoff, incidentally. I need to just change that slightly. So let me just copy this. Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think that's going to be a target. I reckon I can. I mean, like, I need to emphasise, right? So there is a lot more that I want to do in this game, but I want to have a sort of basic version, because at the moment there's only essentially one game mode. I know that I refer to this quite a lot, but Slay the Spire. Right, so that one is going to be for Slay the Spire. When it first came out, there were two characters, and there was no like ascension, so you completed it once, and that was pretty much all you could do. And that's what I'm kind of working on at the moment, having it so it's like, yeah, this is going to be the first draft of a game. But I'm looking to eventually make it. Yeah, okay. I like all of these numbers. I think I just want to make the slightly weaker version just a little bit more manageable. So maybe 10. Yeah, so it's still worth playing. Yeah, and I kind of want to make I want to make kind of what Slay the Spire did. You know, when it's like, oh yeah, here is, well, in Slay the Spire's case, it was 2 game modes because there were 2 characters. But I kind of want it's like be like, well, there's 1 game mode, but I've got a really good idea for how I would want to kind of develop it. I'll see if I can show you it in a little bit. Let me just change these numbers and change the code. So I think I quite like doing this because this is a Vanquish card. You only get to do it once per battle, but it's still going to be a pretty good card, even if... So the idea is if you don't have any defenders... Oh yeah, I think that should be 20 there. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah. The idea is if you don't have any defenders, then it summons 40. But if you do, then it still summons 20. So it's still an okay card. Before, it was just either completely rubbish or good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no! I mean, to be fair, I haven't streamed an awful lot. I think I've also like like there's a lot of people will like be streaming like many hours. I've also kind of got into it a little bit later in the game as well. Right, so we can just change this to getting rid of that and getting rid of all that. So that'll be card SO dot. Yeah, well, because I kind of did have consistent streams for a while, but unfortunately my work, the shifts, I was getting regular shifts. I was working, I was working very regular hours, so I could kind of work around it. Whereas now there is literally no consistency. Yeah, I think that's good. I know I could be using an if statement there, but yeah, I think I prefer that. Oh yeah, so hold on, let's see if I can show you what I've been working on. So, like, the game is going to work a little bit similar to how Slay the Spire works, in that there's kind of an ascension system, but tickets. If I go, I think this one. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, yeah, this is my plan. So, the idea is when you when you complete like year one, you get 3 like year 2 tickets, right? And year 2 is going to be like, generally it's going to be a tougher version, but it's going to open up more possibilities as well. And it's going to like progress, so it's like as you get through the years, but like you get 3 tickets, but if you get halfway through year 2, you get your original ticket refunded, because I don't want, one thing which I want to try and avoid is for someone to be like, let's give it a go, no, I haven't hit the things that I've wanted, let's restart. I want people to have that slight kind of like, you know, almost like Dark Souls like feel, that if you that you really don't want to fail. You know, it's like, because I know it's happened a few times, not that I'm trying to compare this game in any way to Dark Souls, but it's happened a few times when I've been playing Dark Souls, and I genuinely I love and hate that sort of moment when you're thinking, oh, I'm carrying 150,000 souls, I am so deep into this dungeon, I really don't want to die. I want that sort of panic, that sweat that you can get. So there is going to be that slight fear that it's like, oh, I don't want to use it. It might be a terrible system, right? Because I don't know any other games that have done it. And obviously you'll be able to... there's also going to be a sort of like a way of like getting... There's going to be other ways of getting tickets as well. Yeah, so it's like... So I've got year 1, year 3, they kind of just get a little bit more... sort of crazy, and year 9 and year 10, and then now you'll see this effect here where it sort of like curves to make it look slightly more like a ticket, and I know you're thinking, oh, that's quite a nice effect, because obviously all the images, everything curves around. Oh, that must have, no, that was pain. That was a lot of pain to do, because that involved me having to actually physically drag and move everything up a little bit. But yeah, so this is kind of like a while away down the line. Right. Anyway, I thought I'd quickly sort of showcase that while I'm midway through here. So, where are we up to? Right. So, yeah, all of this is fine. I think that's fine. Yeah. So, 20 or 40. Yeah, all good. Sniper team. I think this is kind of balanced. I think this is pretty good. It was mana spent, that's okay. I think we can just change this slightly. to... let's actually have a look at this. So Sniper Team. Yeah, sorry, I know this is taking a little while. I might actually have a little play at some point and just realise the cards that need sorting at some point. So it is just that, isn't it? So Sniper Team 3. So the idea is you spend all your mana and it summons that many rangers, but if you spend 3 or more mana, then you get more rangers. So here you get an extra 3 rangers, 6 rangers, and 10 rangers. So you can kind of, yeah, I think this is fine. We just need to get rid of that. And we need to get rid of that. And that will be card so dot key int 0. Yeah. And you could argue, because you don't need these curly brackets, but I embrace the curly brackets. And then, yeah, I think that is, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's a good point. Like, I kind of agree. That's why I'm trying to make this big push to get the first version done. But yeah, I do. I think, like, because to be honest, I had more plans as well, but I thought I have sort of built walls, so it's like kind of I'm very close to actually finally. Yeah, when I say build walls, like you'll have like good ideas for doing something. Yeah, like I mean, like there is a chance I might have done that, like because the thing which I'm trying to sort of comfort myself on is that I have got like even more ideas that I want to put in this game. But like I have decided to be like, but even though I want, like for example, Slay the Spire has potions, and I did have a really good idea for like how I can utilize that in this game. But I thought, you know what, nope, just completely. It was going to be little bean mercenaries, right? I've even done a few sprites for it, but I thought, no, you know what, let's just keep that away. That's going to be like, if this game is successful, I could if ever like there was going to be more like DLC, then it's like maybe put that in or introduce it as an update. But I thought no, yeah, and there's a few other things where I thought I like this as an idea, but I'm going to sort of trash it for the time being. Anyway, number of ranges something is that, yeah, that's fine. Keen Archer definitely needs to be improved. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. It looks like I've actually... Yeah, this was quite a lot of work to actually get this sorted. I think we can get rid of that. Okay, I just want to make the card better, because it made sense at the time, but it's a bit rubbish. Yeah, like, I think... but no, I think it's one of those things which is very easy to do. It's like I've tried to be sort of strict with myself. Right, so I think it should start as 3, and it should upgrade 2 every time. I know this is seeming like a big. This one should they should always still start as 3. Upgrade 4. Because the idea with Keen Archers is you play it once, and then when you're playing it and it upgrades itself permanently, so it's like stronger as you play through. So that'll be 3 as you play more and more. So that'll be 6, 3 and 6. Oh, hold on. Yeah. I think, yeah, I remember spending quite a while making sure that, oh yeah, of course, yeah, that, like, it would actually work, because this was a really difficult one. I think that despite the fact I've changed the numbers, it should still work. I would want to test it. That's much easier said than done. Actually, yeah, no, I can actually, yeah, let's give it a quick test now. So, let me go... remove a few cards. We kind of want to get rid of... we don't need any of these constructs. And yeah, let's go change. Keen Archer 1. And change this one to Keen Archer 3. Because the problem is with testing it, like this particular card, I need to actually play it and then go into another battle. Yeah, I think I do agree. I mean, like, because I think the only problem which I've got so far is at the moment, I think once the game is actually done, it's going to be a good, fun game, but there is only one game mode, whereas I'm just trying to work out a way of doing kind of like what Slay the Spire did, in that they put in an Ascension mode. Right, we're still looking to win this, so let me just put a few things down. Right, Keen Archer. Right, so this is going to give me 3, and it should now be, when I do use it again. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, it's 3 because there was 1 before. Okay. Let's do another inspirational pot. I don't want to spend all my mana because I don't want to kill him before he arrives. Oh, no, that's a shame. Inspiration Grey. So the slight problem is because he's doing a ranged attack, it's going to damage my base and it's going to kill all my archers. But that's okay. That's okay. We still get to test. Right. So this one here is upgrading by 6 each time. So now we can actually, now that we've cast both of them, we can just win as quickly as we can. Right, we've got enough to defend the thing as well. Right, I think I can just press end turn now and it should be fine. Yeah, when he arrives, I'm just going to nuke him. Let's do one of those. So now we're doing 23. It's just going to kill him before he gets to attack. Right. Okay, so we just want to check that when we go into the next fight, they have both individually upgraded. We can skip that for the time being. Yeah, like, I need to nerf this card. It's far too good. Right. Okay. Right. So it looks like. Right. So. This is the level 1. It's saying 5. So it has upgraded. So now it does 5 instead of 3. And this one here is doing 9 because it's 3 plus 6. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I just wanted to check that works. That's good. Right. Cool. I'm happy with that. Right. Oh, we are cycling through. Right. I just want to kind of have an idea as to how many. Okay, look. Oh, wow, it's as if I've dealt with this problem before, but I just forgot after a while. So, Grave Carvor, that's fine. This is all fine. I'm going to steer clear of this. I think it's good, but yeah, this works all right. Extra cards this turn. So hold formation. I kind of want to actually have a look at the card, see if it needs improving. So your attackers don't attack this turn. Oh yeah, so what I kind of wanted it to do is like it's hold your attackers don't attack this turn, but next turn you draw an extra card and get an extra mana. But the actual mana is collected as soon as you cast it, so it's kind of like it doesn't do anything. This is I had an idea for it, but it just feels a bit rubbish. Yeah, I kind of want to make it so that you get the mana next turn, but that might be a little bit of work. Right. Yeah, that's something which I'll kind of fix at some point. But I like the fact that we're kind of going through all the cards and actually making them like stronger, making them like more balanced as we go through. So convert attackers. I think this is okay. I think we could just do with making it less mana, because overall, so we're converting this converts armored attackers into rangers, which are kind of a bit better, I guess. But at the moment, the mana cost is far too much. How can I think we just, yeah, at the moment, so 3, 2, 1. For the time being, I'm just going to lower it to 2, 1, and 0. But I think this card does need a bit more work to it. Yeah. And again, I kind of want to clear this at some point. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, I think this is fine. So this one is where you discard the rest of your hand, and like for the number of cards that you've discarded is how many is like you give armor to that many attackers and defenders, like ×2, I think. Let's find out what it's actually called. It's called Toughen. So I want to just check. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's balanced. That's all right. Right. As much as I love having random debug messages, I probably don't need the debug messages anymore, but the content of the card is awesome. Right. Oh yeah, strategy totem. I just want to change. Yeah, I want to change that slightly. I think we can just make it a bit better. Because the problem with strategy totem is it means that you keep one card before discarding it, but it costs 2 mana, which seems a bit expensive. So I think we could. I'm going to just slightly change the design. It should always be 0. And here you'll keep your one most left card. Actually, yeah, in fact, yeah, that's terrible English. I suppose I can kind of vaguely justify it if I kind of put brackets in there, then I can sleep at night. Yeah, so it keeps your leftmost card. This one keeps your 2 leftmost cards. And this one will be 3. Yeah. I keep pressing that. Because so you probably already knew this, but if you've got multiple scripts that you've changed loads and you press Control-Shift-S here, it just saves all of them. And I'm quite used to doing that before swapping into the next thing. That's yeah. So here we want strategy totem. So we have actually put 2 there. This is another one that we'll have to test as well. So this will be cardso.keyInt 0, I believe. But we want to test to see if it works. So let's go. Yeah, this might not work, but we'll have a look. Right, so over here. Let's go strategy totem 1, 2, and 3, and then let's give it a shot. Right. Okay, so this is the level 2 version. I'm going to cast it. Now what's hopefully going to happen is these 2 cards aren't going to be discarded, and then when I draw 5 more cards. I'll draw 5 more cards, so I'll have 7 in total, but these 2 will be discarded. Let's just see if that works. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. Everything's good. Now if I do this one here, it will keep 3. So my left one, so it should keep these 3 cards, discard these 3, and draw 5 more. Let's have a look. Okay, that's all good. It would be quite convenient right now. I think this bottom card here is the last one, which is a bit annoying, but that's okay. I just want to check that it still kind of stacks everything together. So if I do this now, we should in total ideally be keeping 6 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll only discard that, but when we draw 5 cards, I think one of them is just going to go straight into the discard pile. Let's just see if that happens. Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of how it works in Slay the Spire as well. Yeah, so everything's worked. That's brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Right. I'm just going to have a little look, see how many more we've got left to do. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't think this takes too much longer. Right. Yeah, because I'm balancing cards at the same time. So Iron Clawed, that is whenever you summon any defenders, you also make non-armoured defenders become armoured. But I can't remember the exact numbers. Oh, I think this is kind of fine. Although, oh yes, of course, I just need to change that number there. Yeah, I think that's actually reasonable. I don't think anything more needs to be done about that. So yeah, there are some cards that were balanced and kind of feel balanced still. Right, let's have a look at Ultimate Greed. So looks like we can just do that little spin that we've been doing so we can get rid of all this. So this will be card so dot key int. I do apologise. There's a car alarm going on in the background that I can probably close my window. If it's getting too bad, I can close my window. We're not through the. We're not like the heat wave has largely passed now. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Wallop. Let's go make this stronger as well. Because I don't mind having the odd simple card. Right, we have card so dot key int 0. Yeah, because I think we just make the numbers just slightly higher. Let's have a look. Because I want you to have a good reason to cast it. Because I don't want to make it like, because now that we've improved our basic starting army recruit, I want to make sure this is a good chunk better. So maybe 20. 28. And that one can be 40. But don't worry, like there's gonna be a lot of it sort of keeps everything balanced. I know obviously that looks a bit too good, but I'm gonna I think that's okay because the purpose is it's just one big heavy, like just add a bunch of attackers, but it uses 3 mana, so it is at an expense. Be really good if these are all in alphabetical order as well. Right, Bean Community. So this can we can easily change this. Just want to have a look at the wording just to check that I can just use key int number 1. So Bean Community. Yeah, that's fine. We just use key int number 1. So let's go get rid of that. I would be intrigued actually as to how much how many lines of code I've actually cleared. So here we can just have cardso.keyint 0. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. And do I upgrade it? Nah, that's fine. Okay, right. Right, we're getting there. I'm going to be realist. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, this is really complicated. I think we could still actually... Let me have a look at the card and then... Yeah, because being realist, the idea is... yeah, it only costs 1 mana and it brings you to... It brings your attackers and defenders up to 8. So if they're completely empty, it's giving you 8 of each. But if it's already quite high... if you've already got quite a lot of attackers and defenders already, then it's pretty useless. So you don't want more than one of these in your deck. So I think I just need to... I can just alter the code. This might be a little bit trickier, but it should be fine. Oh yeah. Okay. Right. So if beans. Yeah, this should be okay. Cardso.keyint 0. But yeah, what the two like really big things that I need to do, obviously some balance changes, but the two big things that I need to do as well is just have a game over screen and a victory like for completing it. But I kind of want to have on the victory screen just like, you know, just something to show that it's like I do have more in the pipeline for this game. So I want to just kind of like show it's like, oh, these are the tickets that you'll get, you know, is what my plan is anyway. Right, so that's good. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll probably have to test to see if that works. Yeah, I'll give that a quick test now. So being realist, let's go get 1 of each and then so strange. Okay, right, and we kind of want to test being realist 1 first, and then see how it works. Being realist. Okay, here we go. So yeah, 8 attackers and defenders. Nice. Let's see if we draw one. Nope. So we've got this one brings up to 12, so we should have 12 and 12, and then if I do this one here, it should be 16. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. All the maths still work. I probably should have tested to see if it does nothing. Let's actually, yeah, let me do that as well very quickly. I want to check that it still does nothing if you already have 8 of each. So we've got 14 attackers, and I do this. It should give me no attackers and 12 defenders. Yeah, absolutely fine. Cool. Right. Oh yeah, Boy Royston. cardso.keyint0. Yeah, that's all good. Oh yeah, so Talking Boy, best feel-good moments in computer games and film. So I feel if ever there was a time to start off, I thought I like arguably one of my favourite moments in any film or indeed any computer game is if ever, like, I mean, this is quite old now, but the 1986 film Transformers the movie has a particular moment in that I genuinely think if anyone was able to fully grasp everything that was going on, it's like one of the most incredible moments you would ever see. Like, oh man, I mean, it might partly be a nostalgia thing, but oh, it's one of those powerful moments. It's like, oh yeah, and if you're thinking, oh yeah, I've watched it, yeah, I know the bit that you're talking about. But yeah, absolutely, like, arguably one of the most underrated films, because who even knew there was a Transformers the movie? Right, let's just have a look at Boy Royston and check that we do actually have. Yeah, that's fine. So the numbers they are still key in number 0. And I think Boy Royston is okay. Oh, Sinister. Yeah, so here, let's have a look at Sinister Sacrifice. So Sinister Sacrifice is where you sacrifice armoured defenders to add... Yeah, so you can sacrifice up to 5 armoured defenders and add 5 attackers for each one sacrifice, so that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. We can again clean this up so much. Yeah, this is quite therapeutic. We've probably erased like literally hundreds and hundreds of lines of code here. So this will be cardso.keyint0 and cardso.keyint1. Because I think the important thing, what I really do want to, I want when people are playing, I want people to sort of devise new strategies. I think that's okay. Oh, that needs to be break. Yeah, I don't think there's much more we can do about this. So this is Lost Relic. This is where you cast it and then the next totem you play gets doubled. I quite like it as an idea. Alright. I think also, on an unrelated note, well actually on a sort of similar related note to what I was talking about, Toy Story 3 has an absolutely incredible moment. It's Toy Story, you think, it's for kids, how can it be that good? But yeah, sort of nearing the end, there's a certain bit where they're all essentially going to get melted in the scrapyard. Yeah, and kind of like they're trying to sort of climb out, but they kind of have this sort of group realization that they can't climb faster than they're getting drawn in. Oh, I tell you what, one of the most, absolutely amazing moments. Right, Divine Sacrifice. Ah, okay. So we need to just change a little bit of the wording here. This shouldn't be too hard though. So what we need to do is now I'll have to do them all individually, that's fine. So here and here, 2. So what Divine Sacrifice is a card that actually enables you to heal during combat at the cost of sacrificing beings. Yeah, this is one of the few cards that can actually do this, but you can only do it once per battle. We now need to change this bit here. I'll go plus there. So that goes there. And this is another one that we'll probably have to test. I think that's good. 5 and 2. Right, yeah, so I'm just sort of fixing the text so that it does this bit, then that number, then this bit, then that number. Because the problem is when it comes to most like programming problems, you quite often sort of come up with a solution in your head. And this one, I was spending weeks just going to sleep thinking I don't know a good way of actually, I know the thing that I'm trying to do, but it's quite a very specific thing. And this was the best method I could find. It still feels a little bit, it still feels a bit janky. So it means whenever there's any numbers involved, I have to break up the sentences so that it can fit the numbers in between. But we're gonna test to see if this works. So now we can get rid of this and get rid of this. We're just going to have cardso dot key int 0 1. I think that should be okay. Yeah, sorry, this probably hasn't been the most exciting of streams at the moment. It's more like this is just one of those sort of big, it's like the big balance, it's like balancing and sort of fixing things in the future. So actually, let's have a little look. So, oh my word, yeah, so at the beginning we were on like, I think over 900 lines of code, and now we've got it down to 600. Yeah, which is very nice. Okay, I kind of want to test this to see if it works, but we can make life easier on ourselves by giving ourselves less life to begin with. So here we go, let's have, say, 10 life. And Divine Sacrifice 1. Divine Sacrifice 2, and right, yeah, let's give it a test. Sorry, getting a little bit of lag there. Apologies. Right, so we've got a Beam Realist. So this one here, we sacrifice 5 and we heal for 2 hit points each time. So this should kill 5 of these at random and heal us up to 20. And it looks like it's done that, which is brilliant. Let's just test the other ones. Just want to make sure we've got enough. Probably should have done this afterwards. Oh yeah. Right, here we go. This one sacrifices up to 7 and heals 4 for each. So 7 times 4 is 28. So this should bring us up to 48 health. Yeah, nice. Okay, and this one here should still work as well. So it still does sacrifice all the beans, even if it goes over, but that's fine. That works. I'm happy with that. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, these ones shouldn't be. These ones should be pretty easy from here. So Regal Wendy. It's also nice to actually go over each card, because these are cards which I've developed over sort of quite a few episodes. It looks like I've already dealt with the problem in the future. That's good. So we can. This one's a nice simple fix. Cardiso.keyInt0. Right. So this one. Oh, I think, yeah, this one is pretty easy. Because the totem does the same thing each time. So it wouldn't matter. Yeah. Right, that's good. Now, I should be able to just go cardiso.keyInt0, copy that, and then just do that for all of these. But I'll have another quick look at it, just check. So let's have a look at all the misfits. Right, let's see. Right, spare. So these are the misfits. Yeah, it looks like it kind of sorts itself out. That's no problem. And this kind of sorts itself out. Armoured attackers, armoured defenders. Yeah, so this should all be really easy. So I'm going to come back to this, but just while these ones here should be nice and easy. Okay, let's come, yeah. So that's all the inspiration sorted out. This one, let me actually go like this. Should be fine. I just want to, yeah. The reason I'm going through this carefully is because there's, it's quite easy for me to make a mistake here, and it's gonna, it might be weeks before I realise it, and so I feel it's better to actually just be a little bit thorough. So Misfits Kenny. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah. I just wanted to check that I had made a key int there, and it looks like I have, so that's no problem. Let's have a look at Mad Satterfield. Yeah, it's cool actually. So there's another guy who comes to this stream, like, you know, quite semi-often, who's like a really cool guy that I know in real life, and I thought I need to make a card for him. So that's 1, 1, and 2. Yeah, and I quite like, so the way that it actually upgrades from level 1 to 2 is it means it costs from 2 mana to 0 mana, and then it upgrades again by giving you double the amount of misfit cards. So it's a good sort of, I quite like that design. That can just be Right, so all of this is sorted. Inspiring pot. I think we're almost there. Okay. This will make it easier for me to put more cards in the future as well. So this will be... So inspiring pot. Yeah, so that's absolutely sorted. Right, fantastic. Okay, right, brilliant. Okay, that was a really big chunk. I thought it was going to take me 37 minutes, and it's actually taken me an hour and 32 minutes. But that's okay. Or it might take me even longer. But that's okay. Everything's good. Yeah, right. So, what else were we going to do? Oh yeah, balancing enemies. So yeah, so this will be like what I think we need to do first is let's have a look. Let me have a look. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Yeah. I know, I mean, like in my head I thought, oh, I'll just quickly scan through them, but like I then realised, hold on, if I make a mistake here, because there's a few which really did need some tweaking, it would cause me quite a lot of problems in the future. Right, so where are we up to? We've got monsters. So what I kind of want to do, Snaky, what we want to do, initial monster actions, I'm going to go, in fact, it's just going to be one, and I want that to be Rage Drone. So I want to make sure that when it arrives, it will always do Rage Drone first, right? I think, yeah, and I need to lower this down to there. So the Rage Drone, it's whatever the magic is, it's half. So the Rage Drone will be 5, which will mean every single turn it's getting 5 attack. So, and I think we can just make it just have a basic attack as well. So this, 100% of the time it'll do a basic attack. So I want to give this one a try. But we haven't actually, as much as I like this idea of initial monster actions, we haven't actually utilised it yet. So I don't think it'll be too hard to do, but I'll have to look at the code to get that. So first of all, let's go make it Snaky, and yeah. Yeah, like I say, I really thought, oh yeah, I'll just quickly scan through it. It's like, oh no, I need to go break down into every single one. So what we need to do, let's go into combat scripts, edit script, combat routine. So just to confirm, there's normal combat and off combat. So we'll only focus on combat because that's when they've actually arrived at the base. That's fine. So perform attack, go to definition, affect main. So we're only dealing with this bit. So that always fades away. That's fine. So we've got to work out the exact point. Let me go into here, because I think, if I go here, go definition. So I've got to work out exactly when the actual attack is decided. Let's go add this to our friends. Find a reference. Right, so yeah, whenever the monster is attacking, the first thing it does is make that current thing fade away. Oh, then it attacks, right, and then there's probably another bit somewhere else. I think it's actually a bit later when it decides its next attack, but that's when we've actually got to focus. That's when we've got to look at it. So yeah, I've just got to work out the exact point in which it's deciding when the next attack is. Select next attack. Okay, Let's go first of all find all the references. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So all we actually need to do here... oh, I hope it's as simple as this. This will be brilliant. How good would this be? It's just one line of little code here. So first of all, if... underscore monster so dot I forgot what it's called. Initial monster actions is not equal to null. Yeah, it's not equal to null. Yeah, this is a little bit ugly, but okay. And we want it to be the one that's at the bottom. So set attack to... Oh, hold on. Okay, it's not quite as easy as I thought. So this is where it's actually selecting the attack, but it's just I want to have a few attacks, or one attack in this case, where it will definitely do before it then starts doing any other random attacks. And I've just got to work out exactly how I can do this. So array number. Okay. So when I'm actually setting the attack... Oh, hold on. Right, okay. Are we going to do something amazing? No, hold on. Wait a sec. Right. So there's different things we can do here. Number one, we can just copy and paste this, where we're setting the attack, but having a new version where instead of it has an array number, it just simply has the attack there. Am I happy with that? What's actually happening in this code? So there's another way that we can do it. Just got to work out. Right. Let me try and work out an easy way of doing this. Yeah, I think we need to have another version of this. Yeah, I think that'll be the easiest way of doing that. Let's go to definition. So I'm going to go Control-C, Control-V, and here we are simply going to just have just get rid of this. Monster attack, monster action type, monster action type. That will be monster action type. I think that's all we need to do. Technology is that. So I think that's a sort of like, at the moment that's a kind of semi putting a bit of masking tape over the problem. So if it's not equal to null, so we're going to have a boolean, which is going to be perform initial attack equals false. Okay, and then we're first of all checking to see if this whole thing has been activated, because at the moment by default it's completely empty. So if it's not equal to null, then we're going to do another what if statement inside here. If underscore monster so dot initial monster actions dot count is greater than 0, then perform initial attack equals true, and at this point here we can have if perform initial attack, then we'll do something else. We're going to do what we normally do. The reason I'm being very cautious of this is I want to make sure that there's no error messages. That there's no error messages when we're because obviously I've only put this initial attack thing for one monster so far, and I want to make it clear that it won't be any problem. So if it's equal to null, then fine. If the count is great, yeah, that's fine. So it needs to pass both of those. And you could argue, why don't I have something like this and that? But that will give me an error message if there's nothing in the initial attacks, in the initial actions, which is why I'm being a bit cautious. It does look a little bit ugly. This is one of those few times where I might just get rid of the curly brackets so I feel better in myself. So if I do that, so it needs to go through 2 if statements. But obviously if it doesn't go through that first one, it will never even check this one, which is what we want. Because if it did check it, yeah, that's fine. Because unfortunately, when it comes to lists, if it's trying to check like its count, it can't even check the count if it's not been initialized. So if it's so I think that should be fine. Okay. So now we want monster action type. We can call it mat. Equals underscore monster.so dot initial monster actions 0, and then we want to have how do we want to now destroy it from our list. So we want that Control C dot remove at 0, and then we want to have set attack summon, and that will be MAT. Okay, right. It might be I say as simple. This does look quite complex. I had to go full focus on this. Right. So what are we hoping to happen? Right. First of all, right. I've done a big save. Are we going to get any error messages? Right. No, we haven't. Okay. Good start. Okay. Now we are we're playing Snakey there, yes. Okay, so what we have done is hold on, I need to click on here. We have made it so the initial monster action, for when it arrives at the base, it creates a rage drone. We want to make sure that is its first attack, right? And then it's going to delete that off the list, and then see that like when it's deciding its next attack, that this has been deleted. So now it's just going to pick one of its base moves, which is only basic attack that it's got. So let's see if this works. Right, come on. Okay, I probably shouldn't have left myself on too much life. Let's go. I won't bother making any archers because I think that's just going to confuse things slightly. But let's use a divine sacrifice. Get some life back. 1 and 2. Defenders and that. Yeah, I'll leave these here. Okay. I'm actually just going to end turn. Ah. Oh, no, that's saying that's the move that it's going to do. Right, that's fine. Right. So I'm going to end turn. He's going to attack. So it's doing that move. Right. And now that activates as well, meaning now it's 25, right? So it's... Oh, hold on. Yes, okay. Right, so now he's got 25 attack. So hopefully that attack should still work. So it should be, what, doing 23... I feel like I might have got the maths wrong. So that's saying 30 now. Is that going to do 30 damage? Yes. Okay. Have I just done the maths slightly wrong? I feel that the actual attack that it did... Oh, yes. Oh, way. Oh, nice. Oh, one lion. Yes, awesome. How's it going? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, quality. Yeah. This is my general project. So I'll do a little bit of a sort of showcase. We are playing a town. We're essentially playing the leader of a town that's populated by beans. And you've got to create beans to defeat the oncoming foes that are coming. Oh yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, this guy's really cool. Actually, I've seen some of the work. Again, it goes slightly above my head, but it's really cool. Really nice streamer. Yeah, really cool. Right. So, but yeah, I'll see if I can do a quick showcase. Right, because I feel it's probably about time I did that. I've just spent the last hour just fixing some cards. So, again, sorry about the background noise. So this is my this is how the game's gonna kind of start. We're gonna see a big loading screen, a loading bar that's gonna take forever to actually sign up. Right, here we go. Wonder why this is taking so long. I think it's just because we're doing the change. Yeah, so it creates the town, and I spent quite a while making sure that these beans just kind of move in a sort of random, organised fashion, and every now and then, yeah. Oh yeah. So the basic gameplay. Now I've improved some cards, so I might be a little bit easy at the moment, but let's have a little look. So I've got range, yeah, add 2 rangers. Let's do that, and that. So you sort of play cards. You've got your mana at the side, similar to Slay the Spire. And I do mean this when I say this. If anyone hasn't played Slay the Spire, that is one of the most revolutionary games. You know, it's set such a strong sort of precedent for president. I can't remember, but for what single player card drafting games should be like. And you could argue I'm kind of going off the back of back of it, but yeah. Precedent, yes, that's the word. Yeah. Right, so it looks like we're looking pretty good. So he's going to do 20 damage. So all of these beans, they're actually quite simple. This one just attacks each turn, and the red ones, even the ones that have got armour, they attack him for 1 damage, and the defenders defend. So he's going to attack for 20. So all of my defenders are going to be able to block. But if they're armoured, it means instead of them dying straight away, they just become non-armoured. So, yeah. So we're looking quite good. And so this one gives some armour to things. I think we can just defeat him straight off the bat. Oh no, no, I think we're 1 off. But we've got enough defence, hopefully, to survive. Oh no, he's down, he's down. So upon completion you get some gold. And you get to add a whole new card to your deck. Now Angry Chuck, I really do like. And I want to see if I can show it off. So I can now upgrade a card as well. I want to upgrade Angry Chuck. So this means whenever I'm summoning any attackers, I can summon more when I cast it. Oh, how are you doing though? Have you you gonna be streaming later today? Right, let's have a look. Let's go get a bit of an attack. That's fine. Ah, so Angry Chuck, let's cast him now. So it means whenever I summon any attackers, this one normally does 8, but I get an extra 3 because of this. So that should be, yeah, 11. And let's get some defenders as well. I'm glad you knew the word, which precedent, yeah. Let's go get a bit of a metal wall going down. Probably didn't need to do that actually. So now this is the new thing. I need to check actually that he will still. Yeah, so I had a bit of a problem. He didn't seem to do the correct amount of attack, but that's something which I can fix in a little bit. So let's have a look. Right, now as much as I can build up my attack, I kind of want to check this attack works. So I've got 24 defenders, so in theory that should do enough damage to get through my defense and then do 1 damage to the town. Oh, it did. Oh, fantastic. Okay. I must have just done the maths wrong earlier. But yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Now I've kind of left it a bit too long. Let's see if we can. Oh no, I've run myself into quite a lot of trouble here. I should have actually created an attacker. So let's just do 1 lot of attackers and then 1 of those, and that should be okay. So now he'll still attack. That was something that was very easily preventable, but I needed to test a few things out. Oh yeah. Oh, cheers. I do appreciate that. I think like I noticed a certain thing that happens in a lot of like professional games is when you actually have the screen shake, right? You don't realise how much more you are absorbed into the game as well. Oh, I tell you, Code Red Games, thanks so much for hanging out. It's been absolutely awesome having you. Yeah, I'm gonna probably tune into your stream again soon because I'm looking forward to actually just like playing that game. It looks awesome. But yeah, Rogue Blight, absolutely fantastic looking game. Yeah. Right, let's go a Divine Sacrifice. We want to. This card can heal us. Right. We can add another card. Even though I think this card is a bit rubbish, I kind of want to put it in. Right. So this one is. So these constructs are things that like permanently, like a sort of a permanent buff. So this is after I've played 25 cards ever, then it upgrades and I get 25 permanent max health. Oh yeah, oh cheers man. Oh yeah, that means a lot. I do appreciate that, man. So we're kind of partly incentivized to try and build this up, but that will happen eventually anyway. So let's get a few. Let's start with Angry Chuck. So now these are upgraded to give 11 each time. I will give this one a try. Okay, and now we just want to. Actually, that was terrible. I'm terrible at my own game here. Right, so this one seems quite self-explanatory. Yeah, a big thing that I have wanted to do is the ability to sort of stack. Like when you've got a card doing its action, you can still play another card and it will queue it up. So like that is surprisingly difficult to do, because when I look at, say, Hearthstone, it obviously does it perfectly, but they've got a whole team of people who do it that, like, you know. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then you can also press end turn and it should stack it. Now here is a slight thing. Sometimes with the end turn, you press end turn and it's fine. It sometimes doesn't let you actually like play any cards afterwards, but I think I fixed that. Right, so here is where right, have I got enough? Can I do this? Can I do the dream? You know what? I don't know if there's enough units on board. That's 40, 50. Yes, there is. Oh no, we're 2 off. I mean, we're going to do it anyway. This is to my own detriment, but I just love seeing this card. So this is a Bomb Bee Nation. It sacrifices all your beans to do a big chunk of damage. Obviously, this was a terrible idea. Because now we're getting attacked. I could have been a lot more responsible here. So he's going to heal himself up for 10. But I think, so these rangers do their attack before he heals. I'm still going to play more cards just to build this one up. But hopefully he'll just be dead, before that happens. Yeah. I know, I was so happy. I mean, that was like 3 streams worked entirely on that one card, and it's not actually that good a card as well. I was like, I just love it. Right, what are we going to do? If ever I have an opportunity to be incredibly greedy, we're going to do Ultimate Greed. So Ultimate Greed only works if you have played 3 cards already the turn, and then when you play that, it gives you max hit points and some coins. Right, so what are we going to upgrade? So what does that upgrade to? I mean, it's... You know what? Let's go for it. I want to see if we can have a proper Bomb Bee Nation build. Right, sneaky. Yeah, at the moment I don't have that many different enemies, so you're still having the slight issue that we're fighting something that we fought already. That is a problem. Okay, so he's actually doing a ranged attack straight off the bat. It's fine. I think we just get some attackers. We just have to take the hit. So the rangers will only get 1 attack, but because my town's taking damage, it kills all the rangers. Oh no, don't do this to me. Okay, so let's see if I can do this in the correct order. I want to do 2 lots of guard recruits. Then I want to do a divine sacrifice, where I sacrifice 5 beans to heal up. Yes. This is the one card at the moment that's the actual card that can do it. But there's also the ability to heal when you're on the Destiny map. But like this is only... So I sacrifice up to 5 random beans and heal 2 hit points for each one. So yeah, they've all been sacrificed and I'm back up to 13. And now I want to do Metal Wall. I think that's technically a better suggestion. Right, so now... yeah, because I didn't want to sacrifice any armoured beans, because that's just less efficient. Armoured beans are better than non-armoured. Right, now can we get this bad boy to work? So 1, 2... yes, okay. Right, so 1, 2, 3... and now we can do Ultimate Greed, which will give me 5 max hit points, and oh yeah, of course, yeah, that goes over, yeah, but we've got 5 max hit points, like permanent, and I didn't even realise, but this is activated as well, I think, at the same time, so now we've got an extra 25 hit points as well, so that was actually a really good turn. But let's see if we can just properly onslaught this guy. Let's do this. Sustained attack. I'm trying to work out if I can kill him in 2 turns. Let's just be a little bit. Let's get a bit of defense coming up. Right, so we've got enough to actually survive this attack. So we kind of... okay, right. Yes, I know what you're thinking, and yes, let's just go. Right, it's enough. Like, obviously, it's an incredibly dangerous move. It's good for this exact situation where you can just kill him. But yeah. Right. Let's get another card. I like cheap conscript. I think actually it's not too early. Let's go give the new keen archer a try. Right. Let's have a look. So what have we got now? We've got. Oh yeah, this is a nice little card. So I restore 5 hit points at the end of each battle, but if I'm already full, then I get 5 max hit points. So I'm quite heavily incentivized to try and be on full life. So there are like a few little cheeky ways. Oh, upgrading a card. Right, let's go. Okay. I have no idea. I mean, do we just stick with a Bombay Nation? This is just going to be... Our deck is entirely based around this one card. That probably isn't even that good. So it's Boingo version 2. So one thing that's quite nice as well, it's a way to sort of save a bit of production time, is some of the enemies I have just done, like I've just kind of drawn, I've like got the basic idea of one of them. So this is just like an upgraded version of one that we fought earlier. Right, okay, I can see the Divine Sacrifice. I was going to upgrade it, but then I wanted to do a Bombay Nation. I think we can do all the cards. Oh yeah, this has got 125 life, so this is actually a bit serious. Right, let's go get some life back. Nice. I think we'll cycle round to Keen Archer later, because we want to make sure we cast it each turn. Right, anyway, that's the end of my turn. I've got no more mana left. It's not time for a Bombay Nation yet. I think somewhere where... Yes, I completely wholeheartedly agree. It's like when I look at the Destiny map, sorry, that's what I've called it, that's the screen where you're sort of moving. I do want that, like, overall I want it to look a lot better. The only slight problem is because you're a town defending monsters, there is like a kind of a lore issue that you're not really moving, but I haven't quite worked out how that can actually make sense. Right, let's go full attack. Okay, we can't cast this turn because we don't have enough to cast 3 cards and then cast that. So let's go one of these and one of these. Yep. That's definitely what I was going for. I mean, legitimately, right? Just you saying that now, that could suddenly make more sense. I genuinely like that as an idea, right? Because I was thinking for a while, now I can't even remember what it's called. There's a particular film where it almost has a Star Wars-esque film feel to it, where the towns actually almost are like Transformers, right? It's live action. It actually, I mean, it's quite a cool film, but it's such a bizarre concept. And I think the opening scene is a woman who's got like a scar and she's walking into this town, and then everyone's panicking and they're like, oh no, we need to pack up. And then the entire town transforms into this big sort of robot-like thing on wheels, right? And you're like, oh, this is amazing. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called. Right, anyway, sorry, miles away. Right, we don't have enough to finish with a Bombay Nation, so I daren't try at the moment. I think we just go full defence. Let's just be a little bit reasonable. So now we should... So unfortunately, this thing, it actually destroys 5 armoured defenders, and then it attacks for 17. So, yeah, right. Okay, he's just doing a standard attack. I want to keep these rangers alive, so I will do another ranger there. I guess we just do some attackers. Yeah, this is going to be a tight fight, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Because also, part of the discipline in this game is the fact that you have several turns at the beginning means you reasonably don't, you don't have enough normally to actually continuously survive the attack, so you want to kind of balance whether you're going to attack. Right, I think regardless of how much damage I'm going to take, I really want to do sustained. I really want to do Ultimate Greed, but I don't think I can this battle. I think we've just got to go Defenders, that, and this. So he's going to destroy 5 armoured attackers, and then he's going to attack for 17. So we're actually taking some damage here. Okay, this is not looking good. I think we. If I do this, I will still do this, but yeah, we'll take a bit of damage. But now we've got a bit of defense for next turn, and we can kind of react according to what he does. So, right, 49. I don't think I can get the key number. Right, 26. No, not enough to kill him. Okay, we've just got to take the hit here and leave a Bombing Nation. Legitimately, I like that idea. Just why are they on? Yeah. Oh my gosh! You know what? That is a really good idea. I think. Okay, all right. So I'm getting excited now. This actually might work out really well. Like, because that is the problem. Because because in theory, there is no like with Slay the Spire, you can kind of get the idea that the guy is moving from one place to another, which is why you can select whether you want to fight an enemy or do something else. And I've been trying to come up with some sort of way where it actually makes sense that you can fight different enemies. And like actually like having the town on the back of something that can move would kind of make sense lore wise. Okay. He is absolutely destroying us. 1, 2... Wow, we still can't do Ultimate Greed either. I think we can prevent a bit of the damage. And we can do some damage to him. Come on. No, okay. 1, 2, and 3. I think we actually survive this attack and we still do a bit of damage to him, so we're getting there. Right. Okay, right. Is this going to be the ultimate finisher? Do we have enough? I think we do. If I do 2 of these... Okay. 22, yes. Okay, let's go. Alright. I could have only done that, actually, had I upgraded. So, yeah, this one healed me for 5. Right, some more gold. Gold does do something eventually. What do you think? So I kind of want to play around more with Inspiring Pot. So this is something that doesn't do anything instantaneously, but it adds 2 very good cards to your deck. Right, what have we got? We've got a new construct. Oh, another Hannah, that's good. That means that we heal for 10 life at the end of each fight. But we are in trouble. We're hemorrhaging life. Okay. Now, I don't know if anyone played any of the old classic Tiger LCD games, but that we're essentially fighting an interpretation of this. Right. Okay. Let's go sensible. Okay. Angry Chuck. Right, I've got 2 mana left. Now I could do a Bombing Nation to do my Ultimate Greed, but that would really leave me high and dry. I think we just hope that we can get it off next turn. Okay, right. Let's go Divine Sacrifice. Yes, good. So we healed some of that. Get a Metal Wall. Let's do our Keen Arch. We can actually just do everything, can't we? Right. So now we've got 2 inspiration cards in our deck, which are these ones here, which are just really good cards because they're 0 mana and you draw a card afterwards, so they're quite free. You can just do it like this. And yeah, although those cards, you can still do another inspiring pot afterwards. Right, so he is going to destroy my totem and do 13 damage, but we've got armor for days, so we're sorted. Oh, in fact, have we got enough to finish him? No, not quite. That's not 50. Oh, it's very close. It is very close. I've got to do the maths. That's 49, 59, 64. Oh, right, yes. We do. Let's just go for it. Right. But I still stand by. I don't think the Abomination is too good, even though we've won with it quite a lot. I think it is just a good. Now I quite like it. It's grown on me, but I think it's good because we've reduced it to 1 mana. Right. Let's do a Lost Relic. So this means our next totem that we cast is doubled. Oh, we've got some upgrades. Okay. Yeah, I think this game is actually starting to be a little bit. I think some of the changes that I've made and stuff. I think things are looking a little bit better now. Lost Relic. Kind of want to do that. Now I'm putting quite a lot of eggs in one basket here. I want to experiment as well. I want to upgrade this card to see if the number still carries on. Right. Okay, looks like it's another Boingo. Okay, so I'm not going to cast that quite yet because I want to use it in conjunction with my thing that doubles your next totem. So I think we just go 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yeah. So one thing as well that I've done is I can cast this now, and it's the next totem I play. It's not the next totem this turn, I think. But that would be a good time to check that out. Oh, yes, hold on. 1, 2, 3. And now this is the 4th card. We've got some maximum hit points. Okay, we're getting it back. Again, Abomination is going to stay in my hand for a little while. Right, we can just do these inspirations for free, which are brilliant. So, yes, so Keen Archer has been upgraded. So the 7, yeah, that's brilliant. Okay. I think we want to stick this way, that's fine. I want to be as mana efficient as I can. Right, so he's doing 17 attack. So we've got enough defenders, but let's have a little bit more and finish with an inspiring pot. Right, so he's shaving some armoured defenders, but we don't have any, so that's okay. Right, now, Angry Chuck. Let's moment of truth. Yes, so we got 2, because I did that one from ages ago, which is brilliant. Okay. 1 and 2, yeah. Okay, so we've still got enough. So because he's not damaging the town, all these rangers survive. So inspirational red, yeah, and 2 Angry Chucks is meaning we're getting loads of attackers every time. Ah, he's attacking for 25. I think we do need to do one of these just to be responsible, because otherwise our archers are going to get killed. And I guess we can finish with a sustained attack. Right, that's about all I can do this turn. But yeah, I might need to just make the game a little bit tougher, a little bit more difficult, but oh, actually I'm in a spot of trouble here. I think we just need to go full attack. I think this is enough. Obviously, an Abomination here would be really good, but I think that's about as good as we can get. So I think he does die this turn, but he's going to get an attack off. Okay. Right. So. Right. Oh, do I go for another Angry Chuck? I think Window of Opportunity sounds good. Oh yeah, this just means I draw an extra card each turn, which is fantastic. But yeah, I need to create more monsters and make them slightly more varied, because like I say, we're fighting a duplicate here, and we're just simply stronger. We're simply stronger now, so it's like I want to avoid the I want enemies to get stronger, whereas we're fighting something that we fought already. Anyway, right, we always want a Divine Sacrifice when we can. I think attackers are probably the most expendable. 1, 2, 3, and we can also do an Ultimate Greed. Let's go. Okay. So as much as that was a good turn, we haven't actually developed our board an awful lot. Ah, damn, I wanted to do this, but the defenders, this means I only get 10 defenders, whereas if I have no defenders at all, I'll get 20. So I'll see if that's going to be useful later. 1, 2, 3. Right. Ah, yes, okay. The good old combo. Let's get 2 of these Angry Chucks in play. Now, this Ranger card, Keen Archer, is getting better every time I use it. So now it's getting me 11 archers. Right. So yeah, I think I'll have to have a good look at the enemies and just try and, I want to make more enemies. And I think the thing which which should be quite like easy-ish is to have a sort of reskin. When I say reskin, as in I can use the basic colours, but just change a few pictures with each of these so that they're new enemies. I know that sounds like a lazy method, but like each one of these enemies has just taken me quite a long time, each one, and I'd rather, in my head, it's like it's never going to be the most visually appealing game. 2, 3. Okay. So now we've got a good solid wall of defence. Oh. Right, awesome. Okay. Oh, I think, all right, have we got enough? No, I don't think we do. Abomination, not today. Ah, so this guy's going to destroy. That's one of his attacks. It's where it destroys a totem and then attacks as well, which is a shame. But I think we just make use of it. In fact, is that enough? Oh, no, yeah, this is easily enough. Yeah. I forgot that we've actually done quite a lot of damage to him already. So, yeah. Bam. But yeah, what I would like as well is, and this will be something which I'll probably do off stream, is actually try and make the enemies so they feel like they're getting tougher each time. Yeah, let's go planning ahead. I don't think it's the greatest card, but kind of want to give it a shot. That's really good earlier, but it's not that good now. I think we're going to do another Divine Sacrifice, because that's our sort of way that we're healing up. Because if we do get to full life and we do the fight on full life, it will mean... let's go Grand Gesture this time. It will mean that we're getting maximum life each time. Right. Okay. So I've got Tice. So quite often the way which I the way which I'm able to draw, like as someone who really doesn't have much drawing talent. Right, we can window of opportunity. Let's go. 20 defenders. Is I'll quite often like find a picture of something. It doesn't even need to be a sprite of something, but just a picture of something. And I'll generally look at it and I'll sort of try and kind of copy roughly like where like all the dimensions and stuff. And so this is actually, there's a Dungeons and Dragons sort of dragon like picture which just looks a bit like that, and that's kind of like what I was going with. Right, so inspiring pot and some more defenders. So he's going to jump twice, so he's going to be in our base next turn. Let's do that when we can. Let's go get this some life. So we're now on full life. 2, 3. I haven't done the maths yet, but I think this is safe now. Yep. Right, okay. Right, so he's healing himself for 10, which is really good for us. Oh. 1, 2. I think this is enough. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually kind of glad, because I thought, like, a Bombay Nation... Oh, hold on, we've got an error message. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Let's have a look. I think I know the problem. Anyway, yeah, that was my little play test. So I'm glad, actually, because that's what I want to do. I want to like try and work out where the problem... Now, I think the problem that we've got is, as much as I love my code here, what has happened is I've got a... Let's have a look. So attached to... yes, somewhere in every single scene is one of these. But the reason that I can't just have it as something that just sticks like from scene to scene is it just doesn't quite work. It will lead to error messages like this. So I think what's happened, right as soon as the next scene has started, it's been trying to access, somehow, it's been trying to access something that was on a previous scene. But that's okay, these things happen. Yeah, right, awesome. So I'm trying to work out if I have got... let's have a look, scenes. What was I going to do? I was going to have a... So I'm going to have a little like breeze over the different monsters, because I want more monsters. You know, and I've got to think of like, you know, I've got to make sure they're designed well enough that they're a threat. You know, I want the game to be a bit more balanced. I tell you what, I'll probably do now. I'll tell you, let me do one more thing, then I might call it there. So we've got this initial monster actions, which is brilliant. We want to do effectively the equivalent for I forgot what I was going to say. For like ranged attacks as well, ranged actions, and I haven't, you know, just so we've got that option available. So let me see if I can do that. So let me go Control MO. So that's the monster main script. If I actually just say find all references. Yeah. So what we actually need to do is, during the off combat, we need to do essentially the same sort of code. Select next ranged attack. Can't remember. Can't remember how to do it. Right. So this is where we're actually checking this out. So if I have this monster main script just on the side over here, and let's go get rid of this, and then we go Control MO. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So both of these are children of this monster parent script. So where we've got set attack, we've got two versions of set attack. We need two versions of set ranged attack. So let's go and make another copy there. Except for it's going to be I think it's monster ranged action type. That's the ranged action type. And here monster ranged action type. And I think everything else kind of works itself out from this point. So that's okay. Now we just need to select next ranged attack. And we can use a lot of this code in here, but for initial ranged actions. And we'll give it a quick test as well. So part of the reason I'm doing this as well is because when like off stream, I'm going to be doing kind of like some I'm just going to be like not actually like doing any coding or anything, but it's mainly just going to be testing different enemies out, finding out if they're going to be too hard, too easy and stuff. So monster SO dot initial ranged actions is not equal to null if underscore SO dot initial ranged actions dot count. So this is one thing that's quite useful as well. And then yeah, I just need to quickly have a bool perform initial ranged attack equals false. Over here we're going to have that's true. When you have done something once, it makes it easier for next time. Like so here, I knew this works, so I'm just going to kind of like translate this information, but for doing it for ranged attacks as well, or ranged actions is what it should be called ranged actions, because that includes just jumping forward. So if perform initial ranged attack, do something else, do that, and then monster ranged action type RT equals ranged actions 0. Remove that 0. So I think set ranged attack, yeah. And that will be MIT. So I think that's everything sorted. Let's see if we have any error messages. Is there any other big thing that I've changed? I don't think so. I think, yeah, let's go leave this, see if we've got any error messages coming up. So it looks like we're in the clear, that's fine. So we've actually got, if we go into our scenes main game, we've already got it set, so we're fighting Snakey first. So if we actually resource Snaky, and we set, this is just a test, I'm going to get rid of it eventually, but we want, this is going to be enrage jump forward 1. So what should happen is his first move, he's going to enrage himself and then jump forward 1, and then he'll just go back to doing one of these. So let's have a look. So yes, and it looks like it's working. Hopefully, even though it says 0 there, it should still mean that his attack has gone up. In fact, we can find out from here. And yes, it was originally 20 attack and it's gone up by 10. So, and also that has now emptied. So yeah, we worked. We don't need to test anything more. That seems to have worked pretty well. Right now, I'm a little bit exhausted, so I'm probably going to call it here. But thanks so much for sticking around. It's been a really good stream. I think if I can try, I think October sounds like a sort of reasonable goal. I think I can probably get a good version. So one thing that I've been doing off the scene as well is working on getting my Steam page activated and stuff. And it turns out it's quite a lot of work. There's quite a lot of sort of scary forms that you need to fill out. Like ideally, I want to, if I can get my, if I can get it added to your wish list, I want people to play test it from Steam. That's going to be what I'm going to do. I'm also going to see, contemplate the concept of trying to get it on mobile platform as well. That's going to be, it's going to be tricky, just because it does feel like whenever you're trying to get any game on any store at all, it's as if there's every system in place to try and make it as difficult as possible. I mean, to give you just this is the, I think the worst case scenario, and this isn't an exaggeration, when I got my first, because first of all, to get games on the App Store, like the Apple App Store, you actually factually need a Mac, right? So I got a Mac. You then need to get the system, which costs money, but then you think, well, now that I've done that, it should be easy from there, right? Because I'm just looking to make it free or whatever, right? And it throws every single hurdle that it possibly could do. And when you've literally spent days trying to think, well, I've clicked this, I've followed every online guide, and you finally do it, there's here's one thing which you cannot possibly know what it is, but it's not letting you work. It is just pain. I mean, so one bit of useful advice that I would give to everyone is, whenever you're making any game at all, see the way that this is called Rumpletown, if ever you wanted to have an ampersand or an exclamation mark, never ever have any special characters, because it will take you 5 days, right, of sweating, because it won't tell you that the reason it won't work is because of special characters. It just simply will give you the most complicated error message. Oh wow, nice. Oh, I didn't even know. Is the game still on the App Store now? I'd be intrigued. Intrigued to give that a go. But it's just because this is one of those times where it's not the time the super big flying big earner but I would pay money to just be can you sort this out, because it's the biggest headache ever. It is an absolute headache. But the thing that's interesting is, when I was trying to get my game on the Google Play Store, I would say it's easier, but it throws a whole new barrage of different hurdles that you need to go through to get it to work. It was, oh right, oh okay, yeah, oh fair enough. Before all mobile games were free, oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I think oh, fair enough. But yeah, the amount of hurdles, and what's worse is maybe every few months, like both, this is Google Play Store and Apple, will update a tiny little thing that you'll just be like, that you can't really know what it is, but it will give you an error message saying, well, you haven't dealt with this. And I'll be like, this wasn't even a problem. This wasn't even something which I'd added to my hemisphere of problems that could be, that I could come across. It was like, no, here is a whole new problem. How do you deal with this? Well, we're not going to help you, you know. Anyway, that's my rant over with. Yeah, it's been actually a really nice chill stream. I've got a lot of work done. I tell you, I think I probably spent a little bit longer on getting those cards sorted, but I'm glad I have. I think it's good now. I think it should work. Right. Anyway, right. Let's rock and roll. Right. Yeah. Anyway, that's me signing off. Thanks so much for sticking around. And yeah, October. You know what? Your inspirational words have sent me in the right direction. October, that is going to be my goal, because I think that is another problem. I don't really set myself goals. I'm normally like, I'll do it, you know, when I do it, you know. Whereas I think essentially my big thing I need to sort out. Yeah, I need to sort out a game over and a victory screen, and then I think we're more or less ready. That error message that actually stopped the game, that's something that I'll have to work on. I've got to try and work out why that happened. But yeah, anyway, sort that out soon. Right, anyway, thank you very much for sticking around. I'll see you guys later. Hype. Oh, that's me. I meant to press the intro, this thing, to say goodbye. Anyway, yeah. Right, rock and roll. I'll see you later.